Okay, I've just scrolled down a little bit from our prefixes stuff. So we worked that problem in the previous video, and I kept scrolling. I'm going to now work number 5 under that same section. So this is more of a complex conversion problem. It says this: a dietary calorie, this is a capital C, is exactly equal to 1,000 calories with a lowercase c. If your daily intake of food gives you 2,400 capital C calories, what is your intake in joules per day? So we want our answer, it'll be some number with units of joules per day, okay? Now, I can already tell that I'm going to have to convert from calories to joules, okay? Because we have this information, our initial number is in calories, and the question wants the answer in joules. So we need a relationship. Remember, one of the tips for working conversion problems is write out all your relationships. So I know for sure one of the relationships that I'm going to need is this one right here. 1 calorie equals how many joules? 4.184 J for joules. And then in the first sentence, we're given another relationship right here. So 1 capital C calorie equals 1,000 lowercase c calories. All right. So this is our daily intake of food. So really the units here are calories per day. Okay. This is how many calories, capital C calories, we're eating in one day. So I'm going to start with this value. So 2,400 capital C calories per day, and that is just one day. And I want to know how many joules per day. So we're going to convert. I don't have a relationship to go from capital C calories to joules. First I have to go to lowercase c calories. So I'm going to use this relationship right here to cancel my capital C calories. So for every 1 capital C calorie, I have 1,000 lowercase c calories. So some of you may be wondering, wasn't it just like a kilocalorie? And it is. This would be like saying a kcal, okay? When we talked about specific heat the other day in lecture, or I guess that was today in lecture, we talked about kcals equals 1,000 calories. And so just from a dietary standpoint, though, they use a capital C calorie. It's what you read on like nutrition labels and stuff. So yes, that would be similar to a kcal if anybody was wondering. All right, so now we have capital C on top and bottom. Cancel those units. And we have one more step. So now we're going to go from calories to joules. So I'm going to write this conversion factor so that calories cancel. So for every 1 calorie, it's 4.184 joules, and calories cancel. So now we're left with joules per day on bottom, okay? So we would plug these values into our calculator. So 2,400 times 1,000 times 4.184, and you should get 10,041,600 joules per day. Now, if you remember when we were talking about calories and joules, I said if you're ever converting from calories to joules, the number should be bigger. All right. And here we're converting from kilocalories essentially, because we said capital C calories like a kilocalorie, all the way to joules. So this is a phenomenal amount of joules in a day. Okay. All right, that's the answer. That's the answer to this problem.